HooHooHooRobin.
Waiting for Jesse James. Should be on the show in a few minutes. He's got a new book out called American Outlaw. And Jim Norton's been perusing this damn thing. And you're liking it, huh?
A lot, actually.
Perusing.
I wish we would have had it sooner. But I think the book company sent them in the mailroom. Well, I don't know why there was nobody in the fucking mailroom here. We get an answer for that?
What chapter are you on?
I'm just going through piece by piece by piece, and I'm reading a part where, obviously we have to talk to him about Sandra Bullock and what happened, and it's interesting. I'm getting fucking uncomfortable.
Reading that chapter?
I'm getting uncomfortable.
Why could you get that feeling like, oh boy?
Oh, dude, I know every moment of what he's talking about within different circumstances.
Yeah.
But I really was. It's uncomfortable to read. I'll talk to him about it or ask him about it because.
How did he get caught?
He doesn't really. I don't think. Maybe I might have missed that.
What part's making you uncomfortable?
The moments where he was told somebody went to the tabloids, and he said that Sandy's publicist called him. He said, and said, "Look, I just have to run this by you. This woman who said you had an affair with her is going to the tabloids, and it's going to break in about 48 hours." He knew it was true, and then he knows he has to tell his wife. I want to talk to him about that because it's reading it. I've been in that position where you're busted, and it's fucking horrible. It's a horrible feeling, and he's doing a good job of describing,
walking you through it.
Yeah. I'm enjoying.
Was that right around the Oscars?
It was after, but I don't know how far after. It was before she did her big tour in England, I think, with the Blind Side.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess you didn't know when she was giving that speech. Obviously.
Brutal.
No, she absolutely did not know.
Yeah, obviously.
Oh, when she gave the speech that he's got her back. And
how great he is.
Yeah, wow. That's uncomfortable.
Oops.
Yikes.
All right. And also, I just saw on the good old TV that they seem to be maybe backing off the death photo a little bit.
No, what do you mean?
I saw like a headline saying no decision has been made. And I thought yesterday they were pretty much saying, yeah, we're going to release this thing. We just don't know when and in what form.
It'll get out.
Now, look, we just see the pictures, so I don't know, but what I just read made it seem like the White House is backing off slightly and
It'll get out, definitely.
Really thinking about this one. They say it's really graphic. Obviously, it's real graphic.
Yeah, from what I heard, there's that hole right above his left eye on his brow line, and then his skull is open up, and there's some brains and blood and whatnot there.
Right.
So
you think they'll puss out and give us like a digitized, like just fucking?
Well, that defeats the purpose because you kind of want to see who it is. That's the reason they would release it.
Right.
It's like, here, look, we got him.
Right.
But yeah, again,
you just got to release the photo as
is. Fucking release the goddamn thing. What are you waiting for? God.
That's graphic. Well, the tower is fucking falling. We're pretty damn graphic.
That's graphic.
Because now you get to see
beheading videos. Pretty goddamn graphic.
Well, but that's not on the nightly news.
Well, it's on the internet.
True.
It'll get out.
It'll all get out. They're showing the planes hit again. That just brings up a feeling inside you, man. Yeah. Just a horrible feeling.
Oh, that loud
sound, yeah.
Yeah. That crackling. The engine's like crackling when those firemen are working in the street, and they look up and it's like, what the? Bam! Oh, fuck. That sucks.
All right. We're kind of in no man's land right now. We're kind of waiting for Jesse James.
Jesse James shot my father. That was a Brady Bunch episode,
I'm
I think,
enjoying this a lot. Damn, man.
Yeah, what are you reading now?
No, I'm just perusing the end. I'm done now. I'll rejoin the program in progress.
Already in progress.
You've added a lot so far, though, sir.
But that really was horribly uncomfortable because you could tell that he liked his wife too. You could tell that he liked Sandra Bullock and he was just a fucking guy being an ass. I mean,
yeah,
all right. But you could tell he wasn't like she was a bitch. He says nothing but nice stuff about her.
And that was like it.
That's the worst, man. When you fuck somebody over that's like really nice.
And what did she do? Like
that's for us to know and you to find out.
Wow.
Damn.
No, they're saying that she just holed up, and that's the hard part about dating or married to such a famous person is that they can hole up and get away from you. He's like, if it's a regular marriage, you go to a motel or whatever, you can talk. But when somebody is surrounded by publicists and surrounded by managers, you know, there's a wall.
Yeah.
He had to go.
Poof.
Can't blame her, you know?
No.
He doesn't mention Michelle Bombshell's name, Michelle, if that's who he's talking about. I don't know why. Maybe he's afraid of getting sued, or he doesn't want to give her any publicity. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, ask him.
Yeah.
We're speculating over things we're reading blurbs of in the book, and the guy's going to be in here, so.
I know, and here I am blowing the whole interview by just saying things that I'll have to say again and make it sound fresh. I really am a fucking idiot.
You're getting fucking fresh.
Hey, that Broadway thing, Book of Mormon.
Yeah.
14 Tony nominations.
Crazy.
And
wow.
This is going to sound like a basic news story until the end, so it's quick. It's quick.
All right.
Score 1 for profanity on Broadway, or make that 14. The Book of Mormon earned a leading 14 Tony Award nominations Tuesday, one short of the record held by the producers and Billy Elliot. This for a musical from the twisted minds of South Park creators Trey Parker and Matt Stone. It features some decidedly un-Broadway-like songs about AIDS and a man with maggots in his scrotum.
Maggots in his scrotum.
Do you see how it's all context?
Yeah.
I love those guys, but it's amazing. Well, you say nappy-headed hose, you're a criminal. This, for some reason, if everybody accepts you as parody, it's okay. It's so bizarre, man.
It's acceptable.
It is so fucking bizarre to me.
I don't know what the double standard is.
I don't know. Well, those guys are great.
Figure it out.
I just don't know what makes people's perception one bit of humor cool and one bit not cool.
Yeah.
I think it has something to do with the fact that one side of the media is radio and the other side is like a stage. It's Broadway, so that immediately gives it like just
credibility.
Incredible amounts of credibility. Whereas radio is always regarded as those fucking asshole radio people.
There they are saying dumb things just to get ratings.
Yeah, shock jerks.
Yeah,
it stinks.
Yeah,
no respect.
Well, but it's amazing to me how I mean those guys have gotten flack too, a lot of it, over the years. But like people now finally know that they're parody.
Yeah.
And it's so accepted, you look stupid suing them.
Yeah, because it's like, come on, look over the years, they've done everything on everybody. So it's really hard to kind of say, oh, look at what they're doing about, the blacks or the American Indians or they've goofed on every single thing.
It's really a sign of how dumb we are, like as a country.
Speak for yourself.
That we accept true, biting social commentary from cartoons. Like people accept biting social commentary if it goes hand in hand with their beliefs. Like liberals love Colbert skewering and Jon Stewart skewering. Conservative people love a guy like Nick DiPaolo skewering things, but it doesn't cross over. And it seems like the only place we allow it to cross over is in cartoons, where even if your ideology is being attacked, you laugh if it's being done so by a cartoon. That's what a dumb country we are.
Yeah, that's
we're dumb.
Yeah.
And our beliefs are kind of, it seems that we really don't have that, our belief system is not that strong that we feel that threatened when it's made fun of. I'm boring myself at this point.
No,
it's
it's well, absolutely true, yeah.
A Broadway show has 14 Tony nominations with songs about AIDS and balls.
Yeah,
so.
Exactly.
Maggot balls.
I have 3 CDs full of that stuff, and I've gotten nothing.
No Grammy
It's just
nominations.
refreshing that you could still write songs about AIDS and balls and still be rewarded for it.
It is. It's refreshing and depressing that that's not across the board. Because that's, to me, those guys are everything that, to me, being funny should be.
I want to see this Book of Mormon.
Yeah. Hey, did Chris's play get any nominations or Robin Williams?
I don't know. Can
we see who the nominations are? I'm curious if, because I loved Chris Rock's play.
Yeah, I want to see that as well.
I really loved it, and I thought he was great. And Robin's play is really intense. Very fucking intense and well acted. Some really dark, funny moments, but it's good.
Yeah.
Did someone just send you that picture again?
Yeah, that's why I'm
saying that it was.
I think they're just fucking with us.
The
at this
Bin
point.
Laden,
They have to be. The death photo. I just got another. I just got it sent to me 3 more times.
The second I saw that one, I knew that I'd seen that bottom half, the face, the smile. That he didn't put that dumb face on when he got his head blown off. Believe me.
But I mean, if you're sending it to me to annoy me, that's fine, but you can't be sending this still and thinking this is the Osama Bin Laden death photo. It's the one most of us have seen.
Yeah, plenty of times.
Right?
Believe
Not
me.
the one with the night vision, which started going around yesterday, which is also fake. The original one. It's been proven to be
ridiculous.
a fake. They found the original picture. They found the two pictures that makes this picture.
Yeah.
So I guess Jesse just wrapped up with Howard. Should be here.
All right, so Pacino
in a couple of minutes
got a nomination.
Yeah.
In the Merchant of Venice, best
The Midget of Venice. You read it wrong.
How did they not give any? Like Bobby Cannavale was fucking really good. I mean, I didn't see the other ones in Chris's play. Why wouldn't Bobby get a nomination? How about best whatchamacallit, the best overall?
Is this the Tonys from last year?
Oh, the motherfucker with the hat got nominated. Good.
Oh, good.
Is this year's Tony nominations?
Yeah.
Why would you call it the motherfucker with the hat?
I don't know, but it
just makes it tough to market the damn thing.
However, when you
I
see
don't mind
it,
language
it works.
whatsoever, but okay.
It really why they call it that?
Would have been the same if they called it mother effer?
Nah, abbreviations are horrible. They just had to do it or not do it. I mean,
okay.
They to do
fair enough.
Something like that, they would have to change it, but it's
motherfucker.
The girl, and how about Best Actress? Can I see if she got nominated? Anybody from? Oh yeah, she did. Elizabeth Rodriguez. Good. She was great, man. She played. She was the female lead, and Best Actor.
I hate the Tonys.
Anna D.
I agree with you.
Who watches
Best Director.
them?
I'm sorry. How about Best Actor? Did
it's a very just a
no
gay
one in
thing
that?
to watch, right?
Huh?
It's like a very gay thing to watch.
I don't think I've ever watched the Tonys.
Gay men would watch.
Best
Let me
Actor
think
to
about
play.
it.
I don't think I have either.
Yeah, I don't think so.
What, buddy?
I've never watched the
think I've
Tonys.
It's a very gay thing to watch.
This year you got Book of Mormon and the Chris Rock play, so I guess there's a little interest as far as our demo goes. But in general, who cares about the Tonys?
Yeah. Shit.
Jimmy cares. Look at him over there.
No, I want to see.
Oh, he's studying the
Danny, go
nominations.
either way.
Which way you want to go?
I'm sorry. I'm losing perspective. Best Actor in a Play.
Okay.
I'm curious as to who got nominated. Because the way I can't tell
Who's
which
going
one
to win
he's
for
going.
set design, Jimmy?
Actor.
Set design.
Oh,
Yeah,
Bobby
Jimmy
did get a fucking nomination. Bobby Cannavale.
First one I showed you.
Oh, I didn't see it. I only saw
wow.
Pacino. Bobby Cannavale. I
Jimmy
didn't
might
see
be
it.
at the Tonys this year, Ed.
No, I'm happy. They got nominated. Good.
All right.
And the woman, they both got I'm babbling. Jesus, what am I talking about?
really-
Give us a shit, Jim.
You're really
Let it
into
go.
the Tonys.
Let it go.
Where's Jesse James? Now it's getting weird because
probably coming.
we're just kind of fucking stalling.
He's probably going to the bathroom. He probably got out, and after you get out, you got to take a leak.
Take a little piss.
Say goodbye. You talk to the video camera for a minute. You're done.
Do we take a break, maybe?
And now he's got to sit
Oh, we
and
just
sing
took one.
things over and over.
Well, we could if you want.
Well, let's find out from Roland how far off we are.
Well, it's going to be.
I don't see any movement around. He made us wait. We could fucking take a
Sam's
quick
not
break.
even running. Look at him coming down the hallway.
He's just lumbering.
With those fucking feet. Look at those big, dumb fucking duck feet.
He really is a fucking blithering idiot.
He's a disaster.
What are we
hi,
waiting for?
Sam.
Sam, people are saying you ruined that video yesterday we made.
Ah, right.
The lip syncing video, you
Now,
ruined it.
let me tell you, I watched that.
People are saying because that kid's a YouTube sensation. Now we were in a quandary in the 10 o'clock hour. That little thing showed up.
Oh, there was no quandary.
Keenan Cahill.
I wanted him.
Yes, Kenny.
Coming down the hall now.
I think.
Did Sam ruin the lip syncing video, Ant?
By yapping too much, right?
We should have probably just played it and let
Yeah.
the kid do his lip syncing thing. And,
It's a radio show.
And screw the radio audience.
Yeah, it's a radio show,
But we
like,
have more listeners than YouTube
Who
hits.
cares, man? It's all about making the next YouTube viral video.
I think-
So why don't you just put the song on the video instead of the show audio?
Oh. I think that's what I wanted to do originally.
Yeah, just download it. It's on iTunes.
Oh, so you just take the soundtrack off.
He just faced
I didn't
me.
understand how people on YouTube didn't understand that. It's a radio show.
I think you wrecked it. Well, your fucking time is up because Jesse James is coming
He's
in.
more important than me.
That's it.
Who isn't?
Exactly.
So Sam yapping over the lip syncing video. And thumbs up or down?
Thumbs down.
Thumbs down.
And
Sam.
again, I will
Thumbs
say
down.
something. Sam tooting his own horn about how great the After Opie and Anthony show was and fantastic it was and how people were raving over it. All I could think of was, was it? Was it really good?
Great.
Good. Now do it again every day
and again
for fucking years.
And again.
You can't sit back and go, oh, that was a great show yesterday. Now do it again.
And again.
What are you going to do today?
Again.
What are you doing today? You got something planned that's going to be just as good?
There's some controversy with Bobo, yes.
See?
And not just an hour, by the way, 4 hours.
No.
Look at these tired tired faces.
Look at us.
That's from trying to do it again
I'm
and again
28
and again.
years old. Look at me.
I just graduated college, damn it.
I didn't say it was better than Opie and Anthony. I just said it was good yesterday.
Do it again.
And again after that. And then again after that one.
Yeah.
And then, guess what?
And then try it
after
again.
that. And then do that for 10,000 times in a row. And then guess what? After that, you'll have to do it another 10,000 times in a row. And then you're still not even close to how many times we've had to do it.
I understand.
Again and again.
I mean, you're
again
seasoned
and again.
professionals.
That's
Keep
all
doing it.
That's all I see in my sleep is the word again.
Keep
again,
doing it.
Again.
When are we going to get a new video camera? Why are we using tape?
Where's it?
Zance, I don't know.
Did
That's
Jesse
the
James
one I
just
had.
disappear? We
No, he's
had him
pissing.
in our sights.
He was coming down the hallway, but he was pissing.
Well, that's what I want to do. Can't we take a break?
Not anymore because he already started pissing.
Probably.
So, I guess you faced us back, but yeah.
I'm just saying, yeah. I mean,
But some people liked you commenting when the little thing was lip syncing.
I was
The
funny.
thing. Poor kid's got a disease.
I know. Mars goes. Mars was the worst yesterday. What's wrong
He's
with
a
the kid?
piece
I'm
of
like, the
shit.
kid's gonna fucking die before he's
the
30.
piece of
Dude,
shit.
his fucking fingers, I was mesmerized by his fingers.
He had adult hands, even though he was about 3.5 feet tall, maybe.
He's had some kind of brain surgery on his spine stem of his fucking skull. And
Yeah, I've heard he's
and-
actually 16.
Oh, yeah?
That's his actual age, I believe. That's
Which
what I mean,
means his life is half over.
There's some kind of
That's terrific.
pituitary problem there, I think.
but definitely.
And then he's had surgeries on his hands, his feet, his legs, and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, kind of tragic.
I hear that his medical bills are ridiculous to
He
deal
goes-
with all that.
Once a week, he's got to go in for this medicine drip thing.
You know all this, right?
And it costs like fucking $250,000 a year for this medicine.
Who?
Yeah, he's all fucked up. This little
He's
Keenan Cahill.
He was the lip syncing kid that made it out to Chelsea Handler, and he did one with 50 Cent.
that was pretty funny
Jennifer
when
Aniston.
Fitty just walks in. It's like, hey, look, it's Fitty.
Yeah, so
Here's Jesse.
I made a video
Hey,
yesterday.
Jesse.
Go find it on your own. Hey, Jesse James, what's up?
There
bro?
he is.
What's up, guys?
Author Jesse James.
American Outlaw. Jimmy has been perusing this book. Unfortunately, we got the book late. We're kind of mad at that because the mailroom was closed yesterday or
Bastards.
something. But Jimmy has been going through the book for the last couple hours.
Who's perusing?
Yeah.
We like using the word peruse.
It's a great word. It makes us sound smart to our guests.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
he's
not
loving
really.
it.
Cool.
He's absolutely loving it.
The opening paragraph, I could feel myself getting angry because it's about paparazzi and just going through bringing your kids to school and just feeling you wanted to fucking strike these guys.
Oh yeah, dude. It was like took every bit of like self control I had ever to like I just had to look down at the ground. I couldn't look him in the eye because I know if I looked him in the eye, it was like I was gonna let him have it. And like, it was tough. And I think when kids are involved, and I'm just like there, like dad instinct taking over, protecting them, and having they're just saying all kinds of crazy stuff, and just trying to like they wanted me to hit them. Obviously,
Well, yeah, they love that.
Because then they get a better
Sure.
picture.
yeah, and then they get a settlement, and then
A good picture and a settlement. You're right.
Yep.
And there's
Well, can I? And you don't have to answer. What kind of stuff were they saying? I don't want to. I don't
well,
want you getting
actually, it
pissed
was
off
one
here.
female one that I think worked for Inside Edition or something, and like nice looking lady, like business suit dress lady, and like just like. Are you a Nazi? And like, how many whores were you with? And stuff like
Wow,
that.
just
In
blurting
front of
shit.
like my 6-year-old daughter. And it's like, man, I just had to like bite holes in my cheek. And I mean, I could feel like steam coming out of my ears. And like, I just, hey, that was part of it, and I just had to ride it out. And
God damn to be in that situation.
What's
Like,
strange about-
gotta just piss you off.
But what's strange about that? If the paparazzi did that to you, calling you a Nazi and how many whores have you been? You'd
I'd be like,
flattered.
hey,
He
don't
would
bring
be
up,
flattered.
don't bring up the whores.
Yeah, he would be flattered.
I don't mind,
He likes the era. We'll get into
no,
that.
I'm
maybe.
a fan of the era. I am. I'm a fan of collectibles and the era. I do like that, and a few people have made jokes about it. But obviously, the horrible things were done. But they were snappy dressers. I will always say that.
What was the closest you came to fucking belting one of those guys? Was it the I saw the part where you took the one guy, the Mexican guy, who kept going, chill, man. What are you
well, there was like
for?
6 of them following me one day and to the gym, and I was on. I go to the shop and then I ride my bike to the gym, and I finally, they like almost ran me over and I almost wrecked, and so I got off my bike and I stopped them and I told all 6 of them, I go, hey, you know, you guys, I'm done. And 5 out of the 6 said, okay, cool, Jesse, and they split. But there was the one dude that decided he wanted to be a badass and kind of like, you know, sit there and taunt me and challenge me. And like one of my homeboys came out and like slashed his tires, like all 4 tires on his truck, and like punched his door. And like I'm getting, and he's like, the guy's like, you know, taunting me, and I had my helmet and stuff on, and he's telling me, you know, like, you know, just doing everything he can to like piss me off, but he won't leave.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I'm like, I felt myself really like losing control. And that was like the day before I went to rehab. I was just like, you know what? I got to get somewhere and get to where I can like
deal with this shit,
breathe, and like, you know, I need, you know, some kind of like sanctuary where, you know, it's just too much. After, you know, a month or so of that shit, it was like crazy.
Yeah, no doubt.
I've been busted before cheating, and I was reading the part where where you got the call from her publicist, from Sandra Bullock's publicist, saying, look, there's a story out here, you know, and they're going with it in 48 hours. And that moment, there was the time you had between, but you got that phone call to when you actually had to tell her or when it broke. I was fucking getting uncomfortable reading that, because it's like that feeling like everybody around you thinks things are normal.
Man, it's like storms are coming, you know, like it was just, and I had no idea it was as bad as it was going to be, but I knew it was going to be bad. And it's like, okay, you know, it's like getting ready for a nuclear attack. You know, you got to run and get the kids and tell everybody that's important and everything. And I even had to like call her friends and tell all her friends what I had done and what was happening, so they could protect her, you know, and you know, it just sucked.
Yeah, because it's like,
wow,
you know, it's coming, and there's there was no way. Were you tempted at all just to like lie, like fucking she's lying?
No. I knew I was caught, and I knew I had to own up to what I did and stand up and take it like a man.
Do you hate this woman who did? You don't mention her in the book by name, right?
No.
Do you hate her?
No, I don't hate her. I mean, she's an opportunist, and that's what, you know, I should have never screwed around with someone that could, you know, I should have never screwed around, period. But, you know, someone like that, it's expected.
It's hard not to, though. I mean, you know, as men, I'm not saying it's right to cheat, but it's very difficult to pass up that kind of temptation. If it's there, it's, you know, I'm a weak man.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, I should have did the honorable thing, just split up and then screwed whoever I wanted, but I didn't, and I made a mistake, and hey, I paid the price for it.
Do you think that when you were married because Sandra Bullock seems like a very nice person. I've met her once, and she was nice to everybody, like you said. Is it hard to be with someone who's just quote unquote like a good girl? I've historically had trouble with women who are good girls and who are, I feel almost guilty being a certain way with
Well, I
them.
think coming off the whole tornado of the relationship with Janine, which was like crazy nuclear warfare and her punching me while I'm asleep and like stuff like that. Wow. I think the good girl looked really good to me, you know, stability and someone that's smart and, you know, has her own money and all that stuff. It looked really appealing, but, you know, and then, you know, when you're in, it's easy to look back at a relationship with hindsight and see, oh, well, this is clearly what was wrong. But when you're in it, you're in it. And you don't see the problems or what's going wrong or anything else when you're in it. You're just in the middle of it, and you're trying to, you know, fumble along and make the best of it. And, you know, that's just what happened. It's unfortunate that, like, the problems I had and the mistakes I made are stuff like you did. And guess what? You cheated on whoever you were with, and it wasn't on the front page of the Bangladesh Times.
Yeah. But you also,
you know?
And it's. I mean, as a comic, you talk about it, it's a little easier because you kind of deflate it yourself. But when you're with somebody who's so loved by the country, it's fucking hard, man.
Yeah, and I think it's, you know, the pressure for her is even greater because, like, any normal couple, you know, I'd have been in the doghouse, living at a hotel, and then, you know, she would forgive me and we'd work it out and figure it out. But that doesn't happen in Hollywood. You know, she, you know, puts herself in an incredible amount of scrutiny for every move she makes. So she had to like divorce me and stay away. Otherwise, she's, you know, lesser in people's eyes, you know. But
it was a little odd for her image to be with you in the first place. Like a lot of people brought that up. It was like, well, you know, we've known her for years, yet not known her, just known
and then she gets with some biker, and then I act like a biker, and then everybody's all, hey, why did he do that?
Like, was there a moment where you wanted to say that, like, not even mad at her, but like, didn't you know that this is what I was like? Like, you know, I've had...
No, I don't think that it was like that. I mean, I don't want to. I mean, I think genuinely I'm a good guy with a good heart, and you know, I really loved her, and all that was real. It's sad that like all of that is nullified by one mistake.
Oh, dude, please. I know. I love women too, and I love a nice girl, but it's, you know, when you're banging somebody else, you're never thinking, like, I don't love my girl. I would go home and feel ashamed of myself. Like, fuck, I love this person. You're also talking about how there's a great moment where you're talking about how you're afraid you're going to blurt it out. Like, she's going to say, how's your steak? I fucked somebody else.
Totally. You know, it's on the tip of your tongue, and I could feel myself, like, telling on myself, you know, it was right there all the time, you know, living with that guilt and stuff. I think it was almost a sense of relief that
I was going to ask that
it happened, because I finally wasn't living, you know, bullshit anymore. It was like real, you know.
What was going through your head when she was giving that famous speech at the Oscars?
It was all real. I was happy for her and happy that
she was really talking you up.
Well, you know, hey,
a billion people.
You know, the whole infidelity was only a couple weeks span, and that happened 11 months before it came out.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
And so we were in a good place. We adopted a son, and that thing was like glue that brought us closer together like never before. And honestly, our relationship was better than it had ever been.
Did you have this feeling like you were constantly looking over your shoulder like, oh, when's this shit going to hit the fan?
I was comfortable with it. You know, I had a moment of weakness, and you know, I cheated on her, but I kind of reeled it back in, and I didn't do it anymore, and didn't, you know, and decided to devote my life to her 100%. And that was like almost a year before it came out. And then, you know, when
you never had any worry though that it was going to come out at some point, like that didn't haunt you over that next year. Like, oh boy.
You know what? I don't think I was really worried about
Didn't really think about
it. I think
it,
at the time I was really, when all this stuff happened, I was worried about it. But then, you know, knowing the way I felt and everything, I thought, you know, hey, you know, I put that behind me. And then when it came out, it was just like, you know, when things are at the best, guess what? It's over, and she's gone.
And knowing it was put behind you, she knew that, and she wasn't willing to like try to work it out. Was there a point where you guys were thinking about maybe working it out?
I don't think she could.
Just because of everything else.
Yeah, how could she? You know, she's like, you know, every woman's hero, and like she had to like kick him to the curb, or you know, you go girl, and like, or otherwise, you know, if she reconciles with me or we try to work on it, you know, it people won't like her as much.
Well, don't forget that Hillary stayed with Bill. I mean, and that was a big one. And she's seen as Hillary Clinton's seen as a very, very strong woman. And I think what Bill Clinton did was a lot worse because of who he was and the person he, you know. And she stayed with him.
Man, that chick was kind of fat.
Oh, she really was.
We have all said you got caught having sex with that.
Yeah, big girls need love too.
I know, but I mean, no one. The woman you cheated with, nobody looks at her and says, "Why did he do it?" Like you know what I mean? Like, as a man, you look and go,
I
fuck.
think that stuff's irrelevant. You know, infidelity is infidelity. It doesn't matter who it's with, and it's wrong. And you know, I think the it's more about myself. You know, and what. You know.
And her career was that important to her, obviously, that she was willing to say, you know, I don't want to work this out with Jesse because it's going to affect my career.
Well, I think there's a lot of people around her that influence her on that respect, you know, and a lot of people that like kind of barely tolerated me for years.
To begin with.
Yeah, so like they like soon as first blip.
Was there a lot of I told you?
Oh,
I told you.
I'm sure. I mean, I wasn't. I mean, it was like kind of ended nice and clean and over and gone, and you know, I'm sure there was all kinds of like bashing. And
when was the last time you talked to her?
It's been like several months ago.
Yeah. So good terms though? Do you guys?
No, I think it came down to the kid and me not being able to see the kid, and I just had to do what was right for me. You know, I couldn't like. I had to like kind of sever ties and take care of the kids I do have instead of like keep shedding tears over the kid that I don't have. You know.
And you guys obviously had a prenup before, I would imagine.
Yes.
Yeah. So when you want to adopt a son together and she's getting sole custody, is there anything you work out where you're like, okay, but this is what's going to have to happen for that? Because that seems like a pretty big thing to give up.
I just did whatever she said. In light of the situation, I bowed out.
You were just done.
You know, I didn't want anything from her. I mean, I would have liked to maintain a relationship with the baby, but you know, it's a life lesson, and it wasn't meant to be.
Wow.
It really is hard, though, as a man. Women resist this stuff a lot better than we do.
I guess, you know, if you really look at the price of all of it, yes, I lost my wife, and, you know, I lost a certain amount of respect with the public, and, you know, ultimately the price of infidelity for me was a baby.
Did she ever suspect you, do you think?
I think she had her suspicions, for sure.
Would you get, because I can only speak from my own experience, but if I was doing something wrong, and I have, I would feel the other person questioning me, and I would start to resent them because I knew that they could see it, and it was this really weird cycle I got into where we stopped having sex and we weren't happy together because she knew, and she knew she knew, and I knew she knew, but it just couldn't be proven.
I don't know if it's anything like that. I mean, I was caught up in a whole tornado of my own mind, like manufacturing resentment and stuff like that. I mean, it's sad that, like, you know, 3 failed marriages, but it wasn't about them. I was the thing that was making it fail because I was never happy with myself. And I learned, you know, quick in rehab that, hey, if I'm not happy first and foremost, then I'm not going to be able to make anything work.
I can never understand the multiple marriage thing. Like, after one goes south.
Well, the first one was 10 years, and she's a stripper, well, exotic dancer, which I tell the kids, you know, like Vegas, you know, with feathers and stuff, you know. But we were together 10 years, and we're still best friends, and I got together when I was 20, and she was, and like, I didn't even know what the hell I wanted. So it wasn't a mistake. We have a great relationship, great kids. Second marriage was 4 months.
Oh, shit.
That was to Janine?
Yeah. And so it kind of, you know, doesn't... Those
4 months.
Yeah.
She was a wild one.
Obviously, yeah. I've read a couple things in the book already.
Great moment where you talk about being in the lobby with all those Walmart executives. Yeah. And I saw one of my distant relationships. It's like, you know how we read about relationships, you see your own, and she came in and just screamed at you in front of everybody.
Yeah.
Oh. Fucking enraged. I was so annoyed for him.
Oh, dude, it was like I felt the back of my neck get hot, you know, like, oh, shit.
Oh, that's...
What did you have to do with the Walmart executives? I didn't get to that part. Like, why were you with them? Was
well, I had a deal with Walmart for like the last 10 years.
From your show?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I sold West Coast Chopper stuff there. And
4 months,
man.
though.
Yeah, when did you kind of know, wow, that might have been a mistake getting married? Was it like...
when we were in front of we were meeting with the pastor who married us the week before the wedding, and she asked him, she goes, I just want to know what I get if this doesn't work out. And he just sat there, you know, he's like really nice, like Christian guy. He's just sitting there going, he didn't know how to answer. And I'm like, and I knew, I'm like, oh shit.
Why didn't you run at that point?
Yeah. Because I'm stupid. Dude.
Well, Ant sort of has a similar story. He went through one marriage, and he's told the story on the air that he knew the day he got married it was a mistake.
That was it. She just
but then it took
down
him
in the bed like a wedding night, and I'm just looking over, going, "Oh, motherfucker!"
Well, I think it's like goes back to what I said. You know, when we're in the middle of it and it's bad, you're just trying to survive and make it work. You know, it's you know, hindsight, you always say, shit, I should have booked like right then. What was my problem?
It just seems to be easier to just, you know, let it ride.
You know, and I think, resentment or fear or ego, it all rationalizes your actions. So if I'm going to go cheat on her, like to make myself feel better for an hour, then that's like all justified in your mind. You know, looking back now is like the biggest mistake I ever made, but then it was like, okay, yeah, I just want to do this because, you know, to make today better, you know, or whatever, you know.
Wow, man, yeah.
Was the when you did Janine did adult films, right? Was she or no?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Not when we were together.
No. But I mean, I thought that she was. Yeah. And it's hard to, even if someone's really good
don't
sex.
Don't pretend like you don't know who she is.
No, I don't. I really don't.
Jimmy usually knows, too.
Oh, yeah, I'm a perv.
He would tell you, Jim.
Oh, yeah. But I don't, good sex always comes with a price. Like, it always comes with some... You have to
I don't know,
make a
man.
decision.
Like, you know... I don't think I never loved myself, you know, which sounds all therapeutic, but learning to like forgive myself for my childhood and all this drama that I went through, and like being with someone now with Kat, it's totally different, man. It's like, man, I like trust her. I know she loves me, and it's a relationship like I've never had. I mean, it's amazing. And like, you know, sex and our closeness and our like friendship and everything like firing on all cylinders, and it's just the best thing ever. You know, it's like weird to think about. A year ago I was running around like a scalded dog trying, you know, really being chased and hunted and like feeling myself going crazy. And then to tell myself a year ago, hey, in 1 year, you'll be happier than you've ever been in life. I would have told you, you know, hey, fuck you.
That's life, though, right?
Yeah,
there.
you know.
You just define life.
What do you attribute that to? Like, without being too general, I mean, like, what are some of the specifics
I think looking everything is a lesson. You know, obviously someone thought I was a strong motherfucker and like, you know, hey, we're going to lump this on you because we know you could take it. And, you know, I took it, and I took all the scrutiny and all the bashing, and I took it all on the chin like a man, and I stood up and owned up to what I did, and I still own up to it, and you know what? I came out the other side a better person.
Does it amaze you, though, like, even though she's very famous and you're very well known yourself, how voyeuristic people are? It's like basically you're just a guy who fucks around, and it happens.
It's more of a satire on themselves. I think the people that are haters or quick to judge, they're probably going through some kind of pain themselves, or they were cheated on or whatever, and it makes them feel better to bash
Lash
me.
out.
So, you know, and you know, I'm cool with that. If it makes them feel better to like say what a dick I am, then go right ahead.
Who has more tattoos, you or Kat Von D?
I think she does. For
She
sure.
does.
Yeah, yeah.
And how does she trust you?
100%. I mean, like, it's.
She lets you leave town.
No, it's just a different level. I have a different relationship with her than I've ever had
with anyone else.
Yeah, I mean, it's like we were friends first for a long time, and just the way we came together and like as friends, and she stood by me through all this. As a friend.
Oh, so you knew her when you were with Sandra?
Yeah, I've known her since 2002.
Wow.
And, you know, just pure platonic friendship. No, any kind of anything at all. She was married, you know, I knew her. And then, like, through all of it at the worst point, you know, she reached out to me and, like, said, hey, you know, something told me your heart's hurting, and I wanted to make sure my friend was okay. And, like, wow, you know, like, you know, for someone to have my back who... when everybody wanted to distance themselves from me, you know, speaks a lot to what kind of a woman she is, you know.
And the free tattoo's got to be good, too.
No, I haven't got a tattoo from her yet, man. I'm just kind of stingy.
What are you waiting
for?
Her time is very
Someday I'll be cool.
valuable.
Someday I'll be cool enough and have a tattoo by her.
It's funny. I didn't know you were with her, and I interviewed Nikki Sixx yesterday afternoon, and I had just gotten your book, and I had on the thing, and somebody goes, "What the fuck are you doing? Put that on." So I had to hide it, so he didn't fucking think I was trying to taunt him, like as we were talking. I had no idea.
Oh shit!
Yeah. You know, I said, "How's Motley?" You know, it's fucking humiliating. So I just found out about this.
Did you have any problems with sponsors or anything that where people like you had too much heat on you?
Well, you know, all my deals had kind of ended before that, and you know, some stuff I kind of glad everything went away.
Really?
Yeah, I shut the shop down, West Coast Choppers, and I moved to Texas just because I was over it, man. And I just got, you know, I've built 450 bikes in the last 10 years, and I'm just like, you know what? I need to change. I need to like focus on my kids, and I'm ready for. I mean, if you read in the book, there's like distinct. I've changed like every 10 years or so and do something different.
That's what it sounds like, you know.
And now it's time for something different. You know, I tried to be a big shot bike builder, married to a star and all this stuff. You know what? Fuck all that. I want to just do what I want to do now, you know, and like not do it for anybody else or for ego or anything like that.
How many times have you been sued? Sorry.
That's amazing. No, that's cool.
Could you talk a little bit about the litigation and
more than enough. You know. it's just dumb, you know, stupidity tax people. You know, I was kind of a big target, and people, you know, saw that, and I just, you know, needed to pull away from all that stuff, you know.
I only got into a little bit what you're talking about. What were they suing you for? Was it just imagined slights, or were they just making shit up that you said you did? I didn't.
Well, I got out of rehab last year, and then I had a 7-week trial in Superior Court in downtown LA. Amidst all the media storm, I had to sit in court and listen to people like bash me and tell everybody what a terrible person I am for my Walmart business, that some guy was claiming that like he came up with the idea that I had, and it was just like completely bullshit. And then, but I had to pay, you know, tons of money to defend myself, and I won. You know,
you can't sue for that money back.
Winning, and then you get nothing back because
I get a lawyer bill.
Yeah. Son of a bitch, man.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's amazing how when people sue you, unless it is such an egregious bullshit suit, you have to pay your own way, and there's no way.
You know what? And I'm like the opposite of that stuff. You know, people have wronged me and steal from me and stuff like that, and I'll just chalk it up to getting screwed. You know, life lesson and move on.
Yeah.
I think when you sue someone, you're like stalled and neutral. You know, you're not like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna prove a point, and it's just like, you know what? Just chalk it up to getting fucked and move on.
Yeah.
You know?
Better to leave it alone like that.
Yeah.
Growing up, were you like a tough guy growing up? Or were you in trouble a lot?
I don't know. You read the book, didn't you?
Well, we just got it yesterday. We just got it yesterday.
Yeah, dude, I don't know if I was a tough guy, but I was really good at football, and I used to pound people at that, and like, man, I got in so much trouble.
Yeah.
You know, like but I didn't really have any family structure to speak of, so I like kind of my friends and learned stuff the hard way, you know?
How'd you hook up with like Danzig?
I actually used to work for a company called Golden Voice doing like concert security at like punk rock shows. And one of the dudes that works for Golden Voice was a guy named Dimwit, and that was Chuck Biscuits' his brother.
Dimwit.
Yeah. Oh. And he was like a drummer for the band called the Four Horsemen, and he's like, hey, Glenn's looking for like a road security guy. And then I went, and it was pretty funny. I went and met him, and I had like 100 stitches in my arm, and I was this big yoked out kid with like a wife beater on, and I just didn't give a fuck, man. I was like, yeah, what's up? And like met him, and he's like, you're hired.
You must have gotten to hit a lot of people. Back then, I would gather, you know.
Oh, dude, it was crazy in the late 80s and going to concerts and stuff like that. I remember, like, you know, Flint, Michigan, I got hit in the head with a Newcastle bottle. and I like, heard it coming. You hear it like,
yeah.
Bam! And the bottle didn't break. Oh, man.
Ah, shit.
You know, and just stuff like broken bones and busted teeth, and but it was fun. It was
and then
a blast.
At the end of the night, you just fucking party and bleed.
No, because I was like the security / babysitter, so I was the one that had to like. They all partied, but I was the one that had to like clean up the mess and kick girls out of the hotel room and stuff when they were done. You know.
Were you getting any as the security guy?
Not really, because it was like. I don't know. I always think about stuff too much, and I was wondering, like, okay, if that girl is going to go screw those guys or, like, the crew guys, what did she do the week before when Pantera was in town, you know? Like,
what I've heard about Phil, she probably got her legs put back on after he fucked her.
Yeah.
He's supposedly packing a lot, and then Samo.
Got a big hog.
Oh, legendary.
I did master the best way to get a chick out of a hotel room, though.
Yeah.
Like when the band calls or guy, like, hey, this girl won't leave. You just grab her purse and throw it out in the hall.
Run out.
I thought it was going to be some slick
Yeah,
ruse.
and then when she runs out to get it, you just shut the door, and then when she starts going ballistic, beating on the door, you just call the front desk and say, hey, there's an unregistered guest pounding on my door.
I don't know what this is about. Can come up here.
End of story.
So simple.
Yes.
So simple.
Right now, there's purses flying out of hotel doors. Wow, that's a great fucking idea.
I always set it up before if I know I want a girl to leave. Like I always, because I'm like, yeah, I got to get up tomorrow morning before we even get to the room, and I complain like, shit, I hate that we can't hang out all night. You know,
with all the girls he's bringing back to hotel rooms.
Yeah,
and you'd be surprised more than you think.
Stand-up comic.
Yeah, more than you think. I didn't say they were free. Please, I'm not above fucking handing over cash. Here you go. Thank you, madam. I didn't have to throw a purse in the door.
Throw throw the wallet in the hole.
Throw my Valtrex into the hallway.
Throw her wallet in the hole.
Yeah, to her. But I'm always afraid of fucking of getting like a charge by doing that. Like Desiree Washington said that if Mike Tyson had just walked her downstairs, she wouldn't have pressed charges. Even though I don't think he did anything wrong. So I'm always nervous about fucking throwing a chick out because like you don't want her feeling like that motherfucker used me and feeling vengeful. So I'm always nice when I get them out because I don't need some fucking.
Well, yeah, but if you got like a band and fucking chick is like really getting belligerent, you got to get her out.
Yeah, of course you do.
Purse idea is pretty good. If you're alone
That's
with
you
a
know,
girl,
doing that security work for as long as I do, there's like a stage, you know, like girls are usually stoked to be partying with them, and then there's always the one that drinks a little bit too much and wants to start talking shit to them. You know, you guys are assholes, and like you know, and then I just sit there. It's about 45 minutes, and I get the call. I'm like, hey Jesse, can you come help us out? These girls won't leave. And then like,
I don't care. You're in a band.
it's always 3 of them, and then 2 of them are cool and want to hang out, and the one that isn't like getting any play from the band is the one that
wants to go home.
Ones that's pissed.
Oh, the fat girl.
Yeah.
The fat friend.
What
Oh,
do you try to separate her from the herd first and go, look, you have to come out for a second, or do you just boot them all?
I just do whatever. I did whatever the band told me to do, you know.
What made you leave that gig? That sounded kind of
I just
fun.
got tired of it. Like I talk about it in the book, you know, there was like, I was actually on a tour bus cruising across the Midwest, and there's some Easy Riders video that they were playing on the bus, and it was like, had the like guy that was the security guy for the Grateful Dead for like 40 years, and all he had was some old panhead basket case and some piece of shit trike, and he was like talking about, yeah, I got it made. I've been doing security for little. I'm like,
oh no!
I'm
so
like,
you're like, fuck
I'm like, oh man, is that me? I'm out of here. You know, like it's got to be something.
I don't want to
better.
be that guy.
Oh, they put in the wrong video, man.
Yeah.
Shit.
How did Dr. Phil happen?
Dr. Phil.
Yeah.
I never did Dr. Phil.
Didn't you do Dr. Phil? Well, who did you talk to and publicly?
He wanted me to talk to him, but that guy,
I did, yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know, he
Fuck
seems
that
kinda-
dude.
Yeah.
He's got deodorant head.
He's an ass.
You didn't talk to anybody
really is.
and kind of
Just like to
Dr.
go in there and go, what were you thinking? And I'm like,
What do you think?
Yeah,
Look
exactly.
at her tits,
Yeah.
Dr. Phil, you idiot.
I thought you talked to somebody. I'm sorry.
I haven't talked to anybody, man.
Why do they think I'm mixing
I
up with
don't
someone
know.
else?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You still sober, Jesse?
Yep, 11 years.
It's been 11 years.
Yeah.
God damn, man.
So what? So you went into rehab recently for?
Well, I think I drank like a motherfucker for like 30 years to just, it was like a big Band-Aid for stuff. And then I think becoming sober where I'm just stubborn, I was like, all right, I'm going to go out one last time on my birthday and get fucked up. And I did it and then just stopped, but never sought any kind of treatment. So all I did is like, you know, go through every other kind of addiction, you know.
Oh, I see.
You know, work. Okay, I'm just going to work 7 days a week, 18 hours a day for 15 years. You know, that's healthy, right?
Oof.
You know,
Well,
and just...
you had the back room, which made it nice. Brought some girls in the back room.
Yeah,
So
but
they
it's just,
say.
you know, and just like, you know, I didn't have football or being a bodyguard as like an outlet for, you know, aggression and stuff like that. So I just like kind of, you know, channeled it through work and, you know, obviously other destructive behavior and, you know, going and getting rid of all that pain and guilt. And rehab's like the best gift I ever gave for myself, you know.
Yeah,
Sounds
so
all
getting rid of the drinking was just getting rid of the drinking, but the underlying
yeah, it
problems
wasn't,
are still
the
there.
drinking
right?
was
wasn't
still
the
there.
problem. The
Yeah,
drinking
yeah.
was a big Band-Aid for the real problem. So
Well, as they say, the ism is I sabotage myself.
I think there's a certain amount of truth to that. You know, it sounds all preachy, but, you know, if you can't be happy and make yourself happy, you're going to fuck up whatever situation you're in. You know, like I said, you know, I've been married 3 times, and the 3 people I was married to was irrelevant. You know, any problems I had in those relationships and any fingers I want to point to them isn't true, because the finger needed to be pointed at myself. I was the catalyst that was making it not work.
Right.
It is still frustrating, though, when you're talking to somebody about what you've done wrong. I've talked to women, I did this, I did that, and they still won't own their shit. And even though I'm trying to own my stuff and keep my side clean, the fact that they're just sweeping more leaves onto my side, I'm like, oh, you fuck.
Well, you know, it's kind of a satire on themselves. You know, everybody's fighting their own kind of battle. And, you know, the fact that amidst all of this, you know, I stood up like a man and I admitted what I did and I took it all on the chin, 100% of it. And I think a little bit it was unfair, but you know what? I took it all and I still take it all. You know, if they want to bash me and if it makes them feel better about themselves by saying what a terrible person I am and everything, then go right ahead. You know, I'm strong. I've forgiven myself and I feel better. And, you know, hey, I made a mistake. And that's what people do. You know, we all stumble, but it's, you know, how you get up and how you react afterwards. It's what's important.
Did she have proof? The girl who came forward, did she, like, what, even though you didn't want to deny it, did she have text messages or stuff that there was no way you could have denied it anyway?
I don't know. I don't know what she had. So,
were you suspicious of Sandra ever?
I don't think so. You know, I never trusted her, just like I've never trusted any woman. You know, when they tell me that, you know, when she told me she loved me, I never believed her. Mm-hmm. You know, I never believed. I always thought at any moment it could be yanked, the rug could be yanked out, you know, but that wasn't about her. That was me. And,
right.
Like, you know, kind of abandonment issues from my mom leaving me and stuff. So,
did you ever feel like she was cheating on you, even though it was a crazy thought on your part?
I never suspected that. I mean, I know I can honestly say, though, it was a little hard to, like, watch, you know, a new movie every 6 months where she's making out with some dude naked, you know, and I wanted to trust her and believe her when she minimized things, but, you know, it's still, I'm a man.
Yeah,
and,
that
you know,
has to be
and
a
I'm
little
sitting,
odd,
I'm
man.
sitting in an audience on a 60-foot screen watching my lady naked with some dude and listening to her tell, oh, it's not like it seems, you know, and like, they're going at it. And like,
Right. Jesus Christ,
you know,
right?
and it's like, you know, if I told you that stuff didn't matter, I'd be a liar.
Right, yeah.
Is it
And
embarrassing?
if I told you that it didn't have some kind of effect on our relationship and probably affect my behavior in some way, I'd also be
Wow,
lying.
yeah, because I think a lot of people wonder how that affects a husband or boyfriend that's going out with an actress. That's,
I mean, I think I'm pretty secure, even with all the shit that I went through. I think I'm pretty secure. But if you're a dude and you love the woman you're with and you see some dude like sticking his tongue in her mouth, you're a fucking liar if you say that doesn't affect you in some way.
We've had enough movie people on and they go, but it's not like that.
Well, that's
it's the whole set. There's a million people on set and
that's
it's so
the whole,
mechanical and blah, 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 right?
That's you know, that's like them saying, you know, hey, I was in the movie and I cried.
Yeah.
That's like saying that they didn't have to think about anything sad or traumatic to make themselves cry, because that's what you have to do. That's you know, and that's that whole world. You know, it's kind of a phony, like, pretend world. And
so
you know,
if you're kissing and have to make it look very passionate, you're gonna get into that mindset.
Yeah.
So that is fucked up.
He's making a good point.
You know, it's like,
you gotta think of something
hey,
sad. You're gonna think of something very sexual to kind of make it more believable.
Well, hey,
right?
my instinct is, you know, still to this day, like, I love Kat like crazy. I've never loved a woman the way I love her, and she loves me. But if I saw some dude kissing her, my shin would be instantly against his ear. You know, I would, like, you know, beat the dog shit out of him if anybody touched my lady.
Right.
But in this retrospect, in that situation with Sandy, I wasn't allowed to do that.
Just
You
part
know,
of the-
like, you know,
part of the
bam, let him
job.
have it. Yeah, I'm like, oh, it's just me working. You know, like,
Would you meet those actors at like the premieres and
Yes,
stuff?
yes.
And you have to like, hi, nice to meet
yeah,
you.
hey, what's up? You know, like, it was just
that's
too bizarre, man.
weird, man,
Like,
yeah.
I don't want to, like, you know, I don't want to say that anything was going on beyond what I saw.
But that's enough.
Yeah, it's like,
It's like
I don't
it's
know.
fucked up.
Did you feel like it was a double standard? Like, yeah, I know it's work and that, but you get to kind of do that, and like, what do I get to do?
I don't know if I feel that, but I think probably my actions expressed, of course, you know, they probably, it's probably resentment or something like that spurred on my justification for the infidelity, I'm sure.
It's funny, we always think that the spouse will be fine with it. I guess unless they both.
Well, any spouse that says they're fine with it's a fucking liar. You know, if you see your lady making out with some dude and she's naked,
Gives a fuck. She got $10 million for that film.
You know something?
yeah, and money and all that doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, I know.
You know,
Yeah,
you could
bottom
like
line.
say anything you want. Oh, there's 100 people around, or I was wearing an invisible bikini, or
Right.
whatever. come on.
It's still she's naked kissing some dude.
Yeah, like
That's fucked up.
Were there any awkward rides home from the premiere where like the keys got put down a little too hard on the kitchen table? What's wrong?
bam.
You know what's wrong.
Nothing's wrong.
Well, the first time it came up, did you ask her like, how do I deal with this?
I don't remember us. I remember she like minimized it a lot, you know, like, oh, same thing, you know.
She said the same shit I would have.
But you know, that's that whole machine in the industry, you know. Any actress that's in her position, not just her, is going to want the newest, hottest dude to be in the movie with them, right?
Sure.
Because everybody wants to see, you know, Angelina Jolie make out with Johnny Depp. Because that's that business. So, you know, do you think Brad Pitt digs on seeing Angelina Jolie make out, or vice versa?
Probably not.
You know, I bet if Brad Pitt did a movie with Jennifer Aniston and made out with her naked, I bet Angelina would probably raise an eyebrow.
Be a little pissed.
Well, let's back up. So your first marriage was an exotic dancer. Same thing. She's going to work getting naked for other guys.
You know what? She was like that last generation of when they actually had to have talent to work at a like strip club and like really good pole dancer and all that stuff. Fuck, I love telling my kids, I'm like, oh man, you know your mom was a stripper, right? and then
But that didn't
they're like,
bother you?
Mom, ooh. No, it didn't bother me because she wasn't nude and it was actually really a performance thing. And then it got to a point where like, you know, in California, all the clubs started converting to topless or nude, and she really had a problem with it. And she did it for like maybe 2 weeks, like till it was like 1992, and she was coming home crying and stuff. And I was like, that's it, you're quitting.
Now it's all Russian chicks that don't do anything but walk around the bar trying to snatch up money from you.
Yeah.
And
And this, she was like and I have to say it, man. There's a lot of stuff about Carla in the book. Or her stage name was Caressa. And she was like probably without a doubt. I mean, I've been to a few strip clubs in my time.
Sure.
One or two.
Sure.
And she was really, really great at what she did. And I was captivated. She was 30 and I was 20.
Wow.
It's like, yeah.
Damn.
And the second wife wasn't doing porn?
Nah, Janine was retired when I met her. And, you know, I'm actually with you. I didn't really know too much about her. And I met her and kind of, you know, fell under her spell. And then it, like, just...
Married for 4 months. How long were you dating?
It was, like, over a year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
Marriage and dating, everything was a year total.
Oh, wow.
It's kind of like you asked, I think, Sandra, 6 months into it, right?
Yeah.
Think that was too soon?
Obviously. You know, like, I think, you know, Kat and I have been together for almost a year now, and I think the old Jesse would have already been married.
Yeah, really.
You know, but you know, we're working hard on our relationship and making sure that both of us are happy and both of us are taken care of, and it's such like a different level that I've ever experienced. You know, usually it's just like, you know, I don't get what I want, so I'm pissed and I'd like, you know, stink eye that person. And now it's like, hey, you know, hey, I need attention. And like for me to be able to admit that is like pretty groundbreaking for me, because I would just be pissed if I didn't get what I want, you know. And like, guess what? You have to communicate. And
She's got to give you that tattoo, though, Jesse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to
give you that
I'd love
tattoo.
to be tattooed by her. She's amazing, dude. And I think I like.
it's sick. So
I think I kind of know tattoos because I have some of the best tattooists in the world that have done stuff on me, and like, and she's really great.
She knows her shit,
and she doesn't. She underscores how she. You know, she
downplays it.
Yeah, I mean, it's blended like fine art and tattoo.
Oh yeah, it's
you know,
insane.
Have you mentioned it to her that you want to get one, and she was like, kind of blew it off?
We haven't really talked about it. I don't really know how to, like, hey, babe, you want to tattoo me?
Hell, that's the first question I would have.
But it's embarrassing if she says no, like I'm busy.
Well, it's like her asking me, hey, you want to build me a bike?
Yeah,
Bike, yeah.
Right.
Once you're married, I guess it's fine. Once you're together for, you know, once you're sharing your life together.
I think it's that whole thing when it happens, and, you know, she's actually sticking a needle in me and, like, giving me pain,
right?
Which I might like a little bit,
yeah.
But like for someone, you know, I've never loved anyone that I'm getting a tattoo from. So,
how was Celebrity Apprentice? I gotta ask.
It was cool.
You didn't
Those
like it,
people
did
were
you?
a bunch of kooks.
Yeah.
Well, I'm like a worker, man. I'm not in that phony fake world where you like try to mooch money for people.
Right.
I'm used to like working my ass off and building something. Then I hand it to someone and then they pay for me.
Right.
You know, or they pay me like everybody else in this country. You know, people work hard and they punch a clock and they get a check at the end of the week and pay their bills. That whole Apprentice world was like, okay, who do we know famous we can mooch money from for doing bullshit? And I just like refused to fall into it, you know?
You almost won, though.
I would have actually won. If I would have mooched money from Sandy, I would have won.
Right.
And
Oh, yeah.
and because I refused to do that, and I only wanted to work hard and show that hard work and perseverance and work ethic goes far in this world. You know, I think I was there long enough to prove my point. That's what's really important. That's what makes the gears turn in this country.
How was Trump?
I don't know. He's all right.
Yeah.
He's all he's had like a boner for Sandy, like every
Oh, really?
and like every other day he would say the same thing to me. He'd be like,
crap.
"Hey, you know, Sandy, like or Sandra, you know, she tried to. I let her use my building for when she was filming 2 Weeks Notice." I'm like, "Yeah, fucking great." Then 2 days later, he would like, "Hey, Jesse, how it's going? Hey, did I ever tell you that Sandra tried to? I let her use my building for 2 weeks Notice." I'm like, "Yeah, you told me 2 fucking days ago." And then he's like, you know what his problem was is he doesn't even know what I do for a living. He thought I was only like famous because I married Sandy. He doesn't realize like
You had your own thing going.
yeah, you know, he didn't even like
So
would
Yeah.
that fucker even know how to turn my welder on?
Right.
I got it.
He's a name dropper, I guess.
Yeah,
huh?
yeah, and it's all about big smoke and mirrors.
I've also
and,
heard that he's barely around for the taping of the show.
we saw him quite a bit. You know who's sharp as a whip? Don Jr.'s actually.
We've had him on. He's a great guy.
He's cool
We
and he's
like
into
him.
cars and like
We like
he's
the
not
guy.
into that whole bullshit, you know. He just does that for the show.
Right.
And his sister's sharp as a whip, man.
We like him. He's all right.
Or
man.
Ivanka, the
Yeah, we
daughter.
haven't met her yet.
If
Yeah.
she ran for president, I'd vote for her because she's like super, super smart and super, you know, that's who should be running the show.
But Donald just kind of repeated himself and said the same boring thing every second day.
Yeah. Like, hey, I don't know what to talk to you about, but I'm going to make some chit chat just like I did 2 days ago.
I can still picture him doing that.
The only reason I asked this because you were close. The hair. You were close enough. What the
You know what?
fuck
It does-
is it? I know it's a hack question, but what is it?
You know, his hair it looks cool in person. I think it's the
Really?
way cameras or lights hit it. It looks
Really?
weird because, like, I've seen dudes with like horrible comb overs and stuff.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
Yeah.
and it's like that movie Kingpin with Bill Murray, you know. But it's really not that bad in person. You know, he doesn't. I think it's just the way TV makes it look. You know,
Every time.
It is some
Apparently
kind of
every
weird
time.
comb over, though, right? They've had directions online how he does it. He moves it from the back and then pushes it over. Yeah, here's the
You know
the
how-
diagram. Look
You know
at
how
this thing.
awful he must look? Wow.
Whoa.
It's like if you're worth a few $1 billion, just fucking shave your head. Who cares?
Yeah.
Be bald.
Be Warren Buffett.
Yeah, just go with it. You got a fucking hot wife already. You have everything you want. Just be bald.
I like Jesse's honesty. I gotta
Yeah.
tell you, man. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
It's refreshing. This book is going to do real well. Like I said, Jim Norton picked it up and said, "Wow, I'm hooked already."
Yeah, it's the
we're
first chapter
bummed we
made
didn't
me
get it
wanna
ahead of
keep
time,
reading.
but
Well, cool. I appreciate you guys like getting in and promoting it.
You're doing
you know?
some signings too. We got to promote, which is let's see, tomorrow.
That is, he's looking at pictures of Donald Trump.
yeah.
You know what's the funniest thing about Donald Trump? We like went to his house on Central Park for the for filming some segment for Apprentice, and it was like, really, this is where you live? It was like when you're a little kid and you imagine like where rich people live. Really? Like with like crazy gilded ceilings and like tapestries and all this stuff. It's like, wow, really, people live here? Like, I didn't know people live
Like a
that.
movie set of a rich guy. Kind of
Like total Richie Rich, you know?
but it looks uncomfortable.
Yeah, you know, his like little son comes down and he's wearing like a suit. And,
Hello,
hello, Daddy.
granted, the kid's set up for life. but,
Yeah, that's classic.
Was it nice or was it kind of gaudy?
It had gilded ceilings and tapestries and like those plastic runners on the carpet. What do you think?
Yeah, it's kind of gaudy.
Yeah.
It's like Jack Walsh's house in the fucking Godfather.
It's like your grandma's house where you're not allowed to touch anything.
Yeah. Just kind of, but he always talks about how classy he is. Like,
I'd rather have the way I grew up with like my dirt bike in my bedroom.
yeah, at least that's fucking. It feels lived in.
Yeah, I agree with him, man. What the hell?
Then again, I'm talking chicks. I don't have Trump's place. If I did too, I probably wouldn't want other people's dirty feet.
Yeah, if that was any of us, we would like fit right in the groove with like a cigarette extender and a monocle.
Fucking hey, man.
Let me plug the signings too, because these will definitely help you sell books. Tomorrow, 12:30 here in New York on Fifth Avenue at Barnes and Noble. Mm-hmm. Also, he's doing 7 p.m. In the book review in Huntington, New York, and Friday 7 o'clock Book and Greetings in Northvale, New Jersey. I don't know where that is. So tomorrow, Fifth Avenue, Barnes and Noble, 12:30, 7 p.m. Huntington, and Friday at 7 in Northvale. And on Twitter, it's at Free Jesse James.
Right.
Yeah. So I like what I wish I could.
Do you guys
the whole
have
thing.
Twitter account?
Yeah.
You should follow me and I'll follow you guys.
We'll follow.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'll start following right the fuck now.
Rule of thumb though, when you follow me, like I post pictures of my dogs a lot. And like, so when everybody talks shit, you know, people are like, you're a dick, blah, 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 blah. So I'll just post a picture of my dog and it like buries it. So just so you guys know, when someone's talking smack and you see, if you see a picture of dogs, it's like marketing 101. Like babies or dogs is gonna like change people's opinions.
That's
like,
funny. What a smart move.
It must work.
There was one other thing that came up. You have a 50 cal?
Yes.
Yeah, because Ann has one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm heavy into guns.
You got
man.
a lot of guns?
I got my class. I moved to Texas, man.
Oh, I know. Believe me.
I got my class 3 for automatic weapons with silencers, and I'm in the process of getting my ATF manufacturing license.
See, that's the shit. Fucking Texas, man. Is great.
I got an AR-50. Kat, did you see what Kat bought me for Christmas?
No.
She bought me a Seiko 338 Lapua sniper rifle. With the silencer for Christmas. My girl bought me that.
Wow. Where do you shoot that?
At my house.
At your house, right?
Yes. I shoot anything over like 10 acres. You can shoot weapons on your property.
Yeah.
And so I have all my class 3 for silencers. So I'm going crazy. Like my friend asked me, he's like, what do you plan on doing? I'm like, every gun I've ever wanted, because I've lived in California, which is the worst.
Yeah.
So I got like, that's me.
Yeah, that's nice.
I got an AR-50. I just got a 1919 308 on a tripod with a silencer. I just got a Uzi with the silencer. I got like 10 AR-15s. It's just like
AR-15s.
Yeah, and then I shoot them on my property and me and my son's like 14, so it's like
perfect,
the greatest thing ever. So we have a ton of land, and so I set up like tannerite. And you want to hear a funny story? There's this dude out on Highway 290 in Texas that sells those big rusted sculptures. Have you seen those? They're made out of tin, and they're like roosters and a horse rearing up, and bears and chickens, and they're big. They're like 6 feet tall. Well, I've been buying one from him like once a week. Just tearing them up. Yeah, and then like I heard from someone at the gym, hey, I heard you're a big fan of Clark's artwork, and I'm like, and I'm just like, yeah, I love that dude's stuff. It's awesome, and he doesn't even know that I'm loading it with tannerite and blowing it up.
Boy, this guy really likes my shit.
Yeah. Once a week, he's in there buying one. We just like obliterate it.
That's funny.
I do what I can in New York State, which is, like I said, a pain in the fucking ass.
Dude, you come down to Texas, man. I got automatic 12 gauge.
Fucking automatic 12
R&R targets like Sega 12 gauge with 20 round clips.
They have laws up here that are just like ridiculous. Like, dude, I picked up a Barrett 50 cal.
Yeah,
it's a fucking pisser. But I got to
bolt
drive
action or
no, a semi.
Oh, it's the ammo.
Yeah. They fucking freak out.
Dude, there's 1,000-yard sniper range, like 5 miles from my house, and like I start freaking out because I go in the gun store. I feel like I'm breaking the law just going in there. Like, shit, can I touch these? There's like grenade launchers and shit you can own.
That's insanity.
And I feel like I'm breaking the law. Like Sunday afternoon, I'll be out there and I'll shooting stuff with my son. And I'm like, oh man, we better stop. What if the cops come? And then I'll hear in the distance, there's like a tactical range, like 5 miles from my house. I hear them like totally going off, you know, like automatic weapons and bombs going off. And it's
pisser.
like, for the first time in the world, I feel like I have freedom in America because I don't have to smog my car. I live in rural, so I don't have to do any building permits for building my shop on my land, and I can own automatic weapons with silencers and shoot them. It's like
I gotta go to Texas,
dude. It's
I gotta. It's a pain. I was talking about having to get when I got my New York City permit, which is fucking impossible. It took about 2 years, cost like $5,000 in legal fees and all kinds of other shit, and it's a pain in the ass. And then just to like shoot, the furthest place I could go to shoot, it's a fucking Barrett 50 cal, and I can only find a place 300 yards to shoot. 300 yards is nothing, and it's not 300 all the time.
How is it shooting that 50 cal? Isn't it rule?
It's not even the kick. It's the air being sucked away from your head.
It's the
concussion.
The concussion is like getting punched in the face.
That's what I said.
It's like it makes your nose makes your nose clog up, and it's just. And I have that AR-50 that has the reverse muzzle flash to lessen the kick. And shit, man,
and that's worse if you're standing. Because Danny at one point was standing like next to me, and that shit blew out at him, and he's just like, "Fuck!" Feels like I was shot. And when you get hit like that in the face with that blast, I said it either feels like you're punched or it feels like you have the flu for 5 seconds, like you just feel sick for 5 seconds. Fantastic.
That to the show.
You know what? I'll give you.
No, just type it in right there.
Okay.
I went to a police range.
I'll show you. I sent him a video of me blowing up something with my AR-50 last week. Someone just offered. I'm looking for a 50 cal automatic.
Yeah.
On a tripod. So.
Oh man. Crazy. I've gotten into like 1911 pistols and shit.
Yeah, I've never. Well, I'm real good friends with the owner of Smith & Wesson, so I have like every custom Smith handgun ever made, like all made for me out of titanium and.
Motherfucker, it's just fun. And isn't it just fun to shoot? Like, some people don't understand it, and they have like this stigma beyond it. It's just fun. It's fun to challenge yourself. I don't know anybody that's shot off a big fucking gun and hasn't laughed their asses off either.
Well,
it's fun.
The only thing for me though is like I'm not a hunter.
Yeah, that's me neither.
And like,
I just like shooting.
And there's like deer everywhere, and man, I don't think I could ever shoot one.
No, I'm not a hunter, but I love shooting. I love put up some paper, motherfucker. Put up a steel plate.
I like shooting
that
dude's sculptures.
Yeah, put up a sculpture. Poor bastard.
He probably thinks you're giving him away to all your Hollywood friends.
Yeah.
Well, you know that guy's doing like, oh yeah, Jesse James is a big collector of my artwork.
It just broken down in some fucking lot, shot to shit. That's hilarious.
I just sent him a little video of me blowing one up.
Oh, cool.
If you want, just throw it on Apple TV.
Very cool, man. Yeah, we'll check that out.
Just connect to the network. We got throw it right up there.
Yeah, great, boy. I got to get my ass to Texas, I guess. That's what
come down there. I'll go shoot. You can come in my house and shoot.
Fuck,
I want to see this video before he leaves.
Bring a few fucking.
We're just waiting for it.
Is it hard? Are you going to stay in Texas, and your girl's going to stay in California?
No, I think she's going to eventually move there.
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
move to Texas.
Yeah,
that's breaking news.
Yeah,
she's got a big business in L.A.
Yeah, but I think she'll still be able to maintain it, and you know she's pretty smart and pretty sharp business wise, so she'll be able to do both. But we just can't be apart, man. It's painful for us to be apart.
And you don't want anything to do with Los Angeles.
The only reason I miss it is because I miss her. Right. You know, when we're apart. So.
Aww. He does have a different. You do have a different persona than your image, and I think that might have been what with the press. I think the press wanted to portray you like a real scumbag, like bad guy.
I think I look like the devil, so like people like you know they think I'm like a Neanderthal that can't put a sentence together.
Exactly, that's what they wanted.
And you know, and the fact that I don't come out and like try to go no to all of it. It just caught on like wildfire. You know?
Didn't start bad mouthing anybody else. And I think the press expected that, and when they didn't get it, I think they really kind of backed off a little bit.
I think that
you disappointed them. I
think the fact that I admitted it, made it worse because no one does that.
Oh, right, yeah, but But you know what? When you see something like that, when people do deny it, it just seems to last forever. I'm sure for you it does seem like it lasted forever, but it's weird. The persona that they were trying to put across doesn't seem like you. That's for sure.
Yeah, well, you know what? And that didn't just start like last year. I've always been one of those people that people talk shit about. Mm-hmm. I'm always the guy that everyone wants to fight because I was the biggest, and so everybody, and I don't talk a lot, and I'm obviously talking here on your guys' radio show, but. Like if I'm in a crowd of people or whatever, I'm pretty quiet and shy, and so everybody thinks I'm a dick.
This guy's too good to fucking talk.
Yeah.
Well, I was just checking Twitter, and a lot of people thought you were a dick until this interview. No,
really?
They're like, "Wow, he's really fucking cool." I'm serious.
Okay.
Serious.
Cool. Thanks, guys. Rehabbing my image.
I don't know.
I'm going to run for city council.
Yeah.
Did you get in trouble before or after Tiger?
It was after.
It was after?
Yeah, but he all the damage was done, though. He already.
No. I was just curious because I was wondering if Tiger kind of took the heat off you. I just didn't remember the order.
No, I think I took the heat off of him. Actually, we had the same agent at the time, and he sent me a note saying thanks.
Oh, shit.
And that's a real story.
Tiger sent you a note?
Yes.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious and ruthless.
Yeah.
Just thanks.
What a prick.
That's funny. This guy wants to talk about the sculptures real fast. He goes, "You have no idea, guys."
Oh, it's probably the dude.
Larry in Texas. Larry.
Hey, guys, I live in San Antonio. Jesse, those guys got no idea that we have those goddamn sculptures in everybody's front yard. I don't even think they know what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah, everybody.
Things are everywhere, man.
Yeah, it's like a Texas thing. Those things are the best targets ever because you could load them. I cut the back out of it and load it with tannerite and explode it like a bomb.
Hey, guys, by the way, I know somebody who does some work for him. He's not a dick. He's cool as shit, so...
No,
whatever.
Well, people didn't know what to expect, and after this interview, they're saying Jesse is really cool. So maybe
it's just because I didn't know what to expect. I didn't think you were an asshole or any of that. I didn't know.
You know
much
what,
about.
Dude? I'm like, I don't know. I think I damaged my image to a certain extent by being married to Sandy. And kind of turned my back on people that were fans of me, because I did go Hollywood and I did think, I had to not associate with certain people or things anymore because my wife's this movie star. And I think I had a lot of people when all this happened that sent me a lot of letters, like thousands, saying how thankful they were that it happened because they're like, yeah, we got you back now. You turned your back on us and went all Hollywood and now you're ours. You're just you're just a welder again. And that's the way we like you, and you know what? There's a lot of truth to that because now I feel like it's just about me and my skills and what I do and being a dad again. I don't have to I'm not at some Vanity Fair bullshit party like, hey, I met Elton John. Big fucking deal.
What was the coolest thing about that whole Hollywood world? The one thing you're like, I kind of miss that. I'm sure there's enough to hate about it.
Let me think about the one coolest thing.
Uh-oh. Not good.
You know what? Honestly,
it wasn't what you thought it would be, huh?
I could honestly say that, I don't miss any one aspect of it.
Wow.
And it was like, man, it's just a bunch of fucking kooks, And it's like, come on, man. I'm a welder that made good, and I'm a machinist fabricator. I work in a dirty, dank shop, and that's what I've done for, most of my life. And so to me to be thrust into this world where I'm wearing a suit and I'm hanging around all these Hollywood types, and it's always these kooks that gotta back up against me and start talking all loud to their friend, I've got a 72 Nova with a 350 board 30 over, and they start talking all loud so I can hear it, so I think they're cool. And it's just it's just the lamest shit ever. Yeah, it's I'm going to talk about cars and motorcycles around him. So, and it's just man,
you were hanging out with the A-listers too. You see any shit at any of these parties that you'll just never talk about?
Nah, that stuff's not what you think it is.
No.
Was there this is more fun. This last 45 minutes we spent together than I've ever had at all those things put together.
that's not saying much.
They must suck.
Yeah, I've laughed and smiled more in the last 45 minutes than all those things together.
We're kind of stalling because I want to see this fucking shooting video.
Did it go through?
I don't think so. Hey, you could just do it up yourself. Is it in your camera roll?
It's not going through.
Well, we
set
have
it on
Apple
your camera?
TV though.
Yeah.
Oh, we can put it
Here,
up on
you
the
do it.
screen.
If you
I don't
sort
want to
of,
go through your shit though.
That's all right.
if you trust it, Danny, he'll put it up on Apple TV.
Hang on, I gotta get you back on the network.
Which one is it over here?
Was there anybody who, like, because she was so used to that world, like, you're like, fuck, that's so-and-so. Like, was there anybody you really wanted to meet, but you kind of had to play it cool? Like, you know, you're in a room with Clint Eastwood or somebody, and you couldn't just be a fan like you wanted to?
I met Captain Kirk.
Yeah,
That was cool, and
It's cool as fuck, man.
and he rides a Harley, so that was cool.
he's been in a few times. We love Shatner.
Yeah.
we love him.
Captain Kirk,
Captain
man.
Kirk.
He's a fucking.
It's funny.
I do nothing but throw Star Trek references at him, no matter what he's talking
Yeah.
about. It annoys the piss out of him.
Yeah,
but it's
live long and
hysterical.
prosper.
He's hysterical, man.
I would have really been annoying if I met you a few years ago, because I just would have talked about how I got a Saturn, you know, a four-door. I'd love to talk to, like, a real car guy.
What are you, like a taxi driver?
No, it's just,
What'd you get a four-door for?
family sedan, you know,
You know,
family, friends, you know.
That's like double negative Saturn / four-door.
I felt it was a sensible
four-door.
vehicle.
The old four-door.
Yeah, great for a tranny purse to get thrown in the back.
What's your favorite? You got a favorite car or bike to ride or drive around in?
Oh, my favorite car has been my ride I've had for 15 years. I got a chopped in a section like 54 Chevy.
Oh wow, yeah, okay.
It's like
Classic.
it's just a piece of shit. It's probably got $100,000 frame underneath it with everything bitch and suspension, but man, you could just dump a Coke right on it, and like it's like me, you know. The like seats are all broken down, and it's like an old lazy boy shaped to my ass, perfect. And I just like, man, I love that car.
That's odd that would be the car.
He's typing away, trying to send it.
Yeah, Danny's our man when it comes to the tech side. But
I'm having router issues.
oh Jesus,
Oh, boy.
router issues, my ass. I don't know. We might.
Let's
have
talk about how rad my chick is.
Yeah,
Kat Von D. She's been in.
Yeah.
She was real cool.
yeah,
Real
she
cool
was
to us.
definitely. I was looking at. I watched the show a few times, and some of the work she's done. That portrait stuff
don't
amazes me.
understand that shit.
It's like I don't know how they shade an area.
Well,
to
the thing
make it
that
look
I
like
trip
that.
out is like she's so good she can do it on someone's elbow.
Yeah,
And
like
have it. Here you go.
How do you
have
do
it like
that?
proportionally correct?
Yeah, that's
Turn the
fucked
sound
up.
up. You got to hear the sound.
Yeah,
It should be on there.
Which,
Where's
hold on a minute.
we'll rewind it. Oh shit!
there it is.
Yeah. Son of a-
That fucking sculpture came apart. Yeah, you don't miss Hollywood. Fuck that.
That's in my house.
All right, stop bragging.
that is great.
Anthony, you want this, right?
Oh, come on.
You got to move to Texas,
That's a
my
dream
friend.
come true for me.
Yeah, I come down there for the Formula One race next year or MotoGP, and we'll do some shooting.
I would love to, man.
You know how
would
annoyed
be
that
a
art guy is
blast.
going to be once he realizes what's happening to his fucking
To
his
his art.
months of work?
Hey, I bought him fair and square.
Yeah, he's making.
You didn't give me a discount.
Damn.
Oh.
Yeah, who doesn't love Texas? Come on, man.
That's America right there.
Oh, hell yeah, man.
This old LA New York thing, that's not the USA. That's the US of A right there. That's why we fight.
God, is that fantastic?
That's great.
That's like a Colt fully auto AR-15 with subsonic 223 ammo.
Subsonic.
With
okay,
a
yeah.
silencer. That's why no earplugs, nothing. I can just shoot that thing all day and you can't even hear it.
God damn, that's fantastic.
What's subsonic?
Doesn't go.
I know what it is, but
Yeah,
the
Jimmy
listeners
knows,
don't.
but for the
Yeah, and
audience.
it's just super quiet.
Yeah.
Like you fire
Slower.
subsonic
I have no
ammo
idea.
through an Uzi with a silencer, you can't hear. It's like
Yeah.
you could like sneak up on someone and get them with that.
I shot a fully auto little MP5 down at the police range once with silencer on it, and it literally was just like. It made like more of a sound of the. You just heard the mechanism going.
Yeah, that's
You
it.
barely heard anything else. A lot of fun, man, shooting. I just love it.
Did you like The Blind Side? I got it.
Who told you to ask that?
I swear no one. Why? Is there something there I didn't?
No, I don't know. I just seemed a little out of character for you. I mean, I don't really know you, but that was kind of out of the blue.
I'm just thinking stuff. Because I'm thinking like, wow, how he's
I
married to
can
Sandra
go
Bullock.
if you guys are bored.
No.
Just call me out on it.
No, but it's an interesting question. Like, if you're flipping through and you see will you ever? Do you just turn movies off right away? It's like I can't look at this. Or is there anyone that you got? Fuck it, I do kind of like this one, and you leave it on.
Go if you want.
I mean,
that doesn't say much for me.
I mean, I play.
It did come out of nowhere. I understand, but I'm just thinking.
That's the time.
Oh, it was great. You know, I love football. So.
Sure. Here's Anthony shooting.
No, that's just the.
Anthony wants to share.
That's the Thompson.
But he has to go to a range, unfortunately.
I love that.
That's like good times right there.
Thompson, 45. Blah. Those old Thompsons too. If
you could own one of those and drive around with it in your car
in Texas,
yeah, Texas,
great,
you can have weapons in your car because your car is considered part of your home.
Right.
And then to get concealed weapons, it's 1-day course, and then you can buy stuff no waiting period there if you have a concealed weapons permit. Like this.
Great.
Yeah, it's like I got my shotgun. I got a Sega, like R&R targets, like semi-auto 12 gauge. That's just like bad motherfucker, you know. And I went in and got it, and I'm like, okay, thank you. And I'm like standing there, and like, okay. I started turning for the door. I'm like, wait a minute, where are you going with that? And I'm like, shit, I got to get out of here. You know, like
they're not going to stop me.
Yeah, you know, because California is like 21 days, and then you know
all kinds of restrictions and shit. But there's the MP5. Put up
really fast because we just turned this into a hang. I just want to make sure people know that Jesse did come in here originally to promote his book American Outlaw, which looks like it's going to be a great book.
Yeah, and we'll put all the like the book signing dates. We're doing them in like Phoenix and a few in LA,
right,
and a bunch here. But we'll put them all. I'll put them on Twitter.
Okay, which is free, Jesse James. A lot of people are following you that weren't before today.
Turn the sound up on this. Listen how quiet this fucking thing is.
Yeah,
that's nothing. This little 9mm fucking MP5.
That's mine. I think I'm either gonna get an MP5 or a big 50 cal. I think 50 cal. You know,
50 is nice. MP5 is like every bad guy from the '80s movies had an MP5.
I like
shit.
I like Uzis, man. I like because they're heavy.
Yeah, really heavy. I got an Uzi, but I had to get the fucking stupid extended barrel on it, so it looks lame. Because it's. I know. Tell me about it,
dude. R&R Targets is building me a 12 gauge. He made some for the FBI, and he's making me one right now. A full auto 12 gauge with a pistol grip and an 8-inch barrel. And
that's hilarious.
And 20 shot clips.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, like I need that.
See, I thought
I love it.
I thought the storyline wasn't as believable as it could have been.
Here he goes. He's still talking.
I'm not just fucking around. Just fucking around.
That's
you made
pretty
me sound
funny.
like the biggest asshole. Asking that.
God damn.
Hey, so I think I'm going to be back on TV.
Yeah, what?
I think I'm going to head back home to Discovery Network.
Oh, cool.
I think that's where I belong, and that was my home for a lot of years. And
good stuff on that channel.
And we're developing some stuff now that, like, you know, and honestly, I miss Monster Garage. You know, that show.
Yeah.
I was passionate about it, but I always had like the drama of the shop hanging over my head, and TV was part time. Well, now all that drama is now, and so now I can do TV and focus on it 100% and being 100% into it. I think people that were Monster Garage fans could see, like, I didn't want to fucking be there some days, you know, I was just bummed. And so now that that's gone, now I can 100% with my production company, and, you know, I'm partnering up, and you know, I actually think I might do a build-off between those other dudes. Your guys' favorite bike builders.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, the challenge has been laid down.
Yeah.
We'll see if they accept it.
Oh, wow.
And, like, I was actually done building bikes.
Right.
But, like, the prospect of doing a biker build-off between the Tuttles.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
They're in a biker build-off with one another.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
come on.
they're not even getting along.
Yeah, but come on now. You
Yeah.
know, let's be real.
You know what? We're
really
Team
cool.
Jesse. I'll tell you right now.
You ever feel like
We had those guys on, but now it's Team Jesse.
Did you ask them if they like The Blind Side?
What do you think of that whole junior versus senior angle they're going with? I mean, how much reality do you think is really in there?
I don't really care, but
when I show up for commercials together,
I think I'd be very proud to like challenge them and see who could build the better bike.
Yeah.
You know, hey, let's be real. I'm the underdog now. I don't even have a shop. A ton of people hate me, but you know what? I'll put my skills up against that one.
Yeah.
And on your show, you're going to be shooting sculptures, so
yeah,
got to have some of that on the new show.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
I
they
love
just
it,
punched
man.
doors on that other one.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it in a long time. Did you have a stalker? That is coming in. Did you tweet
Really?
a stalker's number?
Who's feeding you guys this stuff?
I know.
Yeah,
it's,
you know what? I'll go right to the
it's
source.
like the- yeah,
Did I
who is
tweet
it?
a stalker's
I don't know.
number?
Let's go to Jerry in Texas. Jerry,
What is this?
Hey, welcome to Texas, man.
What's up, man?
Last week or the last week or the week before, you tweeted a phone number to call.
Oh, dude, that was Mike
Yeah.
Jones's number. You don't listen. I guess you don't listen to hip hop, obviously.
Oh, hell no.
Mike Jones is like a hip hop artist from Houston, and on one of his albums, he's like called "Who's Mike Jones." He gives out his phone number.
okay.
Oh, it's on the album. Okay.
And I did it.
What?
Just as a goof.
Jerry, why would you think it was a stalker?
Oh, because of Anthony and his hair.
Yeah,
twist
we've
his girl
fallen.
and tell her leave me the hell alone.
Yeah.
All right, Jerry, you're
Dummy.
panicking.
He is.
Hey, and
He is
You're falling.
Dude,
Dude,
I
wheels
think-
came off.
Jesse Rocco's great, man.
Yeah, isn't he awesome? I love that dude.
Yeah,
He's from New York too, man. He's from Queens.
Really, he's hooking me up for that charity dirt track race down here.
Awesome. Well, cool, man.
All right.
Thanks a lot, man.
He sounds like he's from somewhere where you could get a gun.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, you could get a gun easy.
That was a horrible fucking bit of information he gave. Didn't you used to date a girl named Jenny? He gave out her an 867. All right.
Exactly.
Didn't you used to live with some lady? Yeah, that was my mom. Oh.
Yeah, we do. We need to.
Oh, we have to break? Fuck.
We haven't done anything. We still.
Oh,
got
yeah.
fucking-
We've talked to you for an hour.
Late.
Well over an hour. Fuck.
Yeah, we haven't taken
Cool.
a break since 8 o'clock.
Holy shit.
And it's
What?
now 9:43.
I know, it's like-
Time flies when you're talking about machine guns.
Yeah. I love it, man.
Well, Jesse, very cool, man. American Outlaw.
Thanks, man. Let me
Yeah.
know what you guys think. I'll watch for you guys on Twitter. Twitter's awesome, dude. It's like graffiti on a bathroom wall because you just
describe it
like
that
throw
way.
stuff on there like, "Hey, I love cat," and then you just leave, and then people can like speculate on it for a week.
I
you
thought
know?
it was like also that when you were growing up in school and you'd write on the desk.
It's the same
like in
thing, or
third
carve your
period.
name in a tree.
Yeah.
That's
And
what Twitter is.
And then
you know?
like fifth period, someone would be, "Well, you're an asshole," and then you'd have
Yeah.
to wait for the next day to go, "Your mother sucks cock." And then
Yeah,
you'd be
man,
like,
and I tried to have Facebook, but man, all those kooks from high school that I didn't like then are like hitting me up. Hey, we want you to join Farm Wars or some bullshit. It's like
Farm Wars.
It's like
now that might be fun though.
you know, I hated you motherfuckers then, and I still don't like you now. So fuck off. You know, fame has nothing to do with it. This is like 11th grade. I hate you. You know, like
Yeah, nothing better than that block feature on Twitter.
Yeah.
It's like, you don't block, fuck you.
oh, can you block people on Twitter?
Oh, it's
God,
great.
Oh, I don't know that.
I swear. That's great.
I'm gonna have to check that out. I didn't know that. I didn't know you could block people. 'cause-
I don't even know if we should
Oh,
believe
it's
him or not.
fantastic.
Yeah.
You're kidding, right? Yeah.
No, I didn't know. I'm serious, man. I'm not that into it. I just like post pictures of my dog and and like I think it's
Go to someone's name and then no, you got to go back. Hold on. You go to someone's
Oh,
name.
jeez. Good one, Jim.
No, but I'm trying. You go to more,
Well, if he's got the same app.
and under more, there's block options, and you can block them under your
awesome.
name.
Nah, I'm not gonna block anybody. I think the haters that come on there, it's awesome because like I always look at their picture and like you know, and it's always some big fat miserable chick that like
He's so right, man.
that's got like you know, and you just it's like. You know, getting cut off by someone, and then you get up to him and it's like an Asian lady, and you're like, oh, okay, no problem, my bad. You know, but on Twitter, you know, when someone, you know, you're a stupid asshole, blah blah blah, what you did was terrible. And then I look at their picture, and they're always like some big fat lady with like a sack of Cheetos in her hand and like a mustache, and you're just, and like you could see like in her house, and she's got like an itchy couch and shit in the background, and then you like look at it and like, oh, okay, that lady's miserable even beyond Jesse James. So like, I get it, you know, and it always makes me feel like sympathy, you know.
If it's even them in the first place, typically it's like a picture of their cat.
Yeah,
that's another one.
If it was like, you know, if it was like someone like Christine Yamanpour or someone saying it, then you'd like, oh, well,
oh shit,
man,
maybe
I got to get my shit together, you know, like this person, you know. But then it's like, you know,
basement dweller
Thelma from Alabama. Like.
That's my favorite line of the interview, by the way, is the itchy couch.
Yes.
What a horrible thing to lounge on.
Oh, you can know the kind with the wood on the sides and the plaid fabric, and the shit's all broken down like an old horse.
Oh shit, man!
Like you know, what's your favorite cheese? Velveeta.
That is fantastic, man.
Fuck.
Right on the fucking money.
Yeah, look at the
Right on the
picture.
money
It'll
with
tell
that
you the
one.
whole story.
To bring it all around, you're going to get the same honesty in his book, because we noticed that right away just reading a few pages here and there. Jesse James, American Outlaw.
I love what I read. Yeah, it's and tomorrow here in New York, 12:30, Barnes & Noble on 5th. And 7 o'clock, the book review at Huntington, Long Island, in Huntington. And Friday, 7 p.m., Books and Greetings in North Vale, New Jersey. So you get a chance to meet Jesse, who's very cool, and get your book signed.
Cool. Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
Man. Been
All
great.
Right. Jesse James, everyone.
Robin, Robin, Robin.